bulbs. There's never been a better time because this Friday through Sunday, it's Ace's biggest ever buy two, get one free LED sale. Buy any two select LED bulbs and get one free. Hurry in to mix and match from our best-selling, longest-lasting LED bulbs and save on your energy costs. Only at Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buy two select white LED bulbs, get one of equal or lesser value free. While supplies last, store stock only at participating stores October 16th through the 18th. See store for details.
Ringing in the ears, all-natural ring relief helps. Our customers tell the story.
Peter C. says, "This is the first thank you I have ever written to a company. Your ring relief product has greatly reduced my tinnitus. Thank you for the good night's sleep."
James H. wrote, "This is the first time I've been free of ear ringing in over a year."
These are unsolicited testimonials from our customers. No gimmicks. If you suffer from tinnitus, join the thousands who found relief with all-natural ring relief.
Ring relief is available at Kroger, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Walmart. Or go to ringrelief.com for ring relief eardrops.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news here on KCAA 1050 AM. San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department officials have identified the men killed after a crash on Highway 138 Sunday. Kevin Terry, 31, of Santa Ana, and Troy Tellezin, 53, of Rialto, died after a crash involving four vehicles on the 138 near Hess Road. The incident was reported at 3:10 in the afternoon. It involved a green Ford Expedition, silver Chevy Tahoe, and a silver Dodge and a black Denali. Terry and Tellezin had to be extricated from the vehicle and were pronounced dead at the scene. And last weekend's bridge construction accident is taking on heightened concern. 3 individual investigations are now underway, not only to determine why temporary supports collapsed as a bridge deck was being lowered into place, but to see if changes in the construction process are necessary. The 91 project calls for 7 bridges to be built. 5 others are still to come, using the same construction method. Construction not involving the bridge jacking process has resumed. New lanes on the 91 freeway may be open in 2017. Meantime, 7 of the 9 construction workers injured in the mishap on East Grand Boulevard remain hospitalized. One is reportedly fighting for his life. Inland Empire weather. Chance of showers and thunderstorms diminishing, though, to 20% tonight and Friday. Otherwise partly cloudy and humid through Saturday. Overnight lows tonight, 69, currently 83 in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive. There's still the situation in Riverside. The road is reduced to 2 lanes on the 91 eastbound at Arlington, and that is due to an injury crash. All lanes westbound have been reopened. Traffic is jammed from Pierce Street. The west side is heavy from the 6215 split to Arlington. And that is very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM. This report has been brought to you by Lead Safe America. Think lead poisoning is just a problem with the past? Think again. 1 in 4 kids live in a home with potential lead paint hazards. Learn more, be safe. LeadSafeAmerica.org.
KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM proudly announces our Inland Empire Ad Club's nomination of KCAA as Station of the Year for 2015. KCAA serving the greater San Bernardino Riverside area. The Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce's 19th annual Vintners Dinner Celebration takes place Friday evening, November 13th at the Ontario Convention Center. The evening will feature great restaurants, caterers, and wineries of the area, a silent auction, and live music. This will be the event of the year. Reservations are required. Contact the Chamber at 909-987-1012, 909-987-1012, or ranchochamber.org.
U&I Auto.
This is the YouTube Radio Show,
Guess who used to be a fat kid? This guy!
the official radio show that features superstars of YouTube.
Those breasts are amazing.
Take something that you can fix your lips into and just suck on it as hard as you can.
I want to make you goddamn cookies, but I don't want to make them right now.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Now, here's your host, the Poorman.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the YouTube Radio Show. And I am happy to announce we have got our first YouTube superstar from another country that is actually going to be on the show. He's a gamer. He's got nearly 100,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel, which I believe has been around since 2009. I think over 14 million views. This is some serious stuff. I don't know what time it is right now, but he's in merry old England, and I'd like to introduce you to Hugh, the man, the myth, the legend behind the YouTube channel Yoshi to Mario. Hugh.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. What time is it there? It's like I'm in New York. It's 7 o'clock at night. What time is it in merry old England?
It's only midnight. I mean, you know, I'm a gamer. I stay up late anyway, so it's no big deal.
Right. You're just getting warmed up.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, tell everybody about Yoshi to Mario. What's it all about if they go to your YouTube channel?
So I post a lot of Minecraft stuff. That's my main market that I've been in for quite a while now. Pretty much anything that's within the game, anything that I find entertaining. It can be playthroughs of new features of the game, any bits of comedy that I think fit really well within it, and mainly it's just all about having a really, really fun time, and I think that's what we achieve over there.
How long, I haven't even asked, I've had some of your buddies on the last week or two, and
yeah,
I've never asked anybody this. How many hours a day do you play video games?
Well, I mean, see, playing the actual game sometimes isn't the biggest part of it. It's what goes into the editing and the planning behind the scenes. But if I was to put a number on it, I guess both within work and then after work, when I just want to play some games to have fun afterwards, probably 4 to 5 hours maybe.
That doesn't seem as much as I would think. I would think you'd be like 12 hours a day. You'd be, like getting into.
I know, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think, you just sit down and play the game, but it's playing the game for probably like 5% of it, and then the rest is editing and all the bits behind the scenes. So it's very complex. Yeah, it's not what a lot of people expect, surprisingly.
And do you do all the editing yourself and putting together the videos and producing and writing and the whole thing?
Yep, everything you see on my channel is solely me, which I like to keep it that way. That they come for me, so they stay for me. I think, I hope.
How many videos have you done since you began in 2009? Would you say? How many have you
made? It's got to be over about 2,000 now. I've put a lot of time in. Yeah, 2,000. Wow, saying that number out loud, it's made me realize as well. Jeez, 2,000.
Wow. I mean, do you ever have nightmares involving
Oh yeah, no. I'll wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night, like, I've got to make a video.
Do you ever wake up like it's Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, where you're actually one of the characters in the game and you can almost die?
I've had some in-game kind of nightmares. Yeah, I mean that's very apt that you're bringing that up, especially with Halloween coming up, right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of Halloween kind of stuff on my channel. I'm sure I haven't had any nightmares like that just yet, but I'm sure in the next couple of days I'm probably going to have one or two. Yeah.
I've always heard that if you actually die in your dream, you really die.
I've heard that as well, but then it's always like a jump scare right before it, and then you wake up, don't you? It's like that jolt of, oh, God, thank God I'm awake, yeah. No, I've heard that. I hope that's not true. Oh, God.
I know. So we're talking to Hugh. He is the guy behind Yoshi to Mario, and that's his YouTube channel. He's a Minecraft gamer, and you know what, Hugh, this is a thing I struggle with. As a guy who's been in radio for several decades, I really think the future of entertainment is YouTube, and it's hard for older people to digest that, I think, because we've grown up with TV and traditional radio, which of course you're on right now, and explain to people that maybe don't know, how big is YouTube for the entertainment for people these days?
It really, really is the next step. It is massive. I probably couldn't even put a number on it. I mean, the whole generation that's now growing up and just growing up with this, this is their form of TV. I mean, me, for example, I don't actually even really watch live TV anymore. I watch it all online. And I think that fits in. I'm still watching TV shows, but I'm watching it in the same way that I would watch a YouTube video. So I think it's all kind of merging together in that same kind of form. And the fact that it's doing that, only helps the YouTube community too. It's crazy.
And how old are you?
I'm 20 years old, but I've been doing this since, well, not even on Yoshi to Mario. Before that, I've just, dabbled in different things online just as a, young child does. But I've been doing this since I was about 13, really, so I've grown up with it myself.
And do you find yourself, I mean, you say you watch shows, but you, like where do you go, and since you don't watch real TV, where do you tap in to get your shows?
I mean, things like Netflix, Amazon Prime, stuff like that. I mean, the regular kind of places that people are going now, it's the same kind of intake of media, it's just a different area in which you're actually doing that. And to be fair, most of the content that I do watch online is, just YouTube videos. To be fair, it's not even the TV. That's a very small percentage of the media that I enjoy watching now. I think it's just a whole brand new entertainment industry, and it's amazing to see it growing the way it is.
And YouTube is completely free, right? Like if you get some of these shows on these other internet sites, you're paying for it.
Yeah, I mean there are very select channels that you can pay for a subscription for or something like that, but that is less than 1% of the market. Hardly anyone does that, and the people that do usually do that are actually the bigger companies that are already established in the media. For example, TV shows that may want to expand using a YouTube channel. So the majority of it, nearly every single part of it, I should really say, is completely free. People can just go on there and pretty much watch whatever they want to watch. It's really, really cool.
And now advertisers are smart enough where the way that I guess everybody makes their money is, like with what you do, is the ads are placed at the beginning of your different videos, right? Or for everybody.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just, like watching commercials like you would before a TV show, but this time it's just a single commercial that you watch, and then you get instant access to your media. You can play, pause, go wherever you want within that video and enjoy it, yeah.
Can you do me a favor? I mean, I've asked every gamer who's been on here before, which has only been a couple weeks, but
okay.
How much, I want you to be honest with me, because you sound like you might be, how much can you make in a year doing what you do? You have 100,000 subscribers. Like honestly, how much money can you make, let's say, this year? Can you make $100,000 with the ads that are running on your channel or more?
It all depends. It's all based on the views that you actually get on the video. A lot of people think that, how many likes you get on it, how many subscribers you've got has some kind of effect on how much you actually make. That's not true. That's a really wide kind of myth that a lot of people think. It's all based on views. So every time someone views a commercial at the start of your video, you get paid a little bit per that. Now, where it gets tricky, a lot of people like to estimate how much YouTubers make, how much, this person's got this many views, how much did they make? It's really, really hard to say specifically because everyone is signed with different networks. You sign with a network and they are the people who allow you to have the advertisements at the start and then get paid from that. So everyone kind of has a different rate, but if you get the right amount of views, absolutely. Technically, you can make an unlimited amount of money. It all depends on how many views you get.
Can I ask you personally, have you ever made over $100,000 a year? You're 20 years old. You've been, I guess, just on YouTube and with Yoshi to Mario since 2009. Have you ever had a year where you've made over $100,000?
I haven't as of yet. Sadly, I wish I could say that I had, but yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm living comfortably. I do well, and it's the best part about that. The thing with for me is it isn't even really about the money for me. The money is there so that I can keep doing this, I can support myself, and I can just keep creating this content.
I hear that, Ant Venom, we've interviewed about a week ago, great guy, by the way. He has,
love him.
Yeah, he has 2.3 million subscribers. And I've noticed, like your biggest video I noticed is 231,000 views. From like 3 years ago. That I just looked real quickly on there. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Now he has one, I think, that has had 20 million views. Would you say Ant Venom is a millionaire?
I mean, I don't think that would be for me to say. I think it would depend. Again, a lot of the money comes from sponsorship deals themselves. A very small percentage of what a lot of YouTubers make is actually from the video views themselves. Obviously, that's where the money comes from when you're creating these videos. But then, other companies can come to you and say, hey, this is, I'll pay you this amount to create this video, or I'll, just do anything along those kind of lines. It's really tricky because, again, with these older forms of media, it is a little bit easier to say, okay, and it's a lot more public as well. They spent this much on this TV show, they made this much from it. Whereas with YouTubers, it really is down to the specific person themselves. It's kind of crazy, actually.
But can all you Minecraft gamers that are on the network? By the way, I am part of your guys' network, but I'm like the bastard stepsister. If you look at how many, I think you have 96,000 subscribers. I have 162.
Oh, we all start from somewhere. We've all got to have our starts. There you go.
Right. But I'm stoked to be part of the network. But would you say all of you Minecraft gamers are comfortably making a living just having your sole job being Minecraft gamers on YouTube?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the people that that have these successful channels, the reason they have these successful channels is because they have the time to put into working on this, to put in the effort, to put in all of the stuff they need to. And to have that time, it's fair enough to say, I think you can't really have another job on top of that. I'm sure some people do, and they manage their time very, very well. But when you get to a certain point, you've got to think, okay, is this financially feasible for me? Can I support myself doing this full time? And if I can, then how can I take it to the next step?
We're talking to Hugh. He is in merry old England. He's the man behind Yoshi to Mario. What city in England? Can you say that, or are you?
Oh no, of course. I'm in Canterbury. Very historic kind of city. There's a lot of old buildings around here, so yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah. England's amazing. All right, so we're going to be back here, and then I'm going to. Well, actually, let's take some calls. Let's see if any of your fans want to call. The phone number is 888-909-1050. If you want to talk to Yoshi to Mario, 888-909-1050. It's a YouTube radio show. Coming up later, we have attorney Michael Brown with Laws of the Absurd, and I am going to run a couple interviews I did with homeless people in New York, and that's going to be pretty dicey and interesting. So stay with us.
You know, the old man said, stand by. Long before those crowded streets, here stood the Dreaming Tree. Wise words from singer Dave Matthews. He has a crush for you, a red blend wine called Dreaming Tree, and it is from Dave Matthews. You know, Dave is very passionate about his wine. I think you'll agree. Once you try the Dreaming Tree Crush, you'll think, Peter, you're right. The Dreaming Tree Crush is a great value, and you've heard me time and time again singing the praises of blends. Dreaming Tree is in a class by itself. It's available at a local market near you.
Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on The Poorman Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround. and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's. Or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net.
The YouTube radio show. Get used to it. We're back here with Hugh, all the way from Canterbury, England, and he is the creator and the man behind Yoshi to Mario on YouTube. He's a Minecraft gamer, and I'm going to find out what is new and exciting that he's doing video-wise here in a moment. But Hugh, I believe we have some phone calls for you, and I think we have the youngest caller we've ever had on this show. The phone number, by the way, if you want to talk to Hugh, is 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050. This is AM 1050, and we're also on FM 106.5 now. So, I mean, we're exploding into the big time of traditional old school radio. Okay, so Hugh, are you ready to take some calls?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay. Okay, and sometimes you never know what can happen on these calls. So here we go. Here's the first one. Hello?
I'm David.
David, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right. You're on with Yoshi to Mario.
Hello?
I like Minecraft.
I like Minecraft too. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Leo Hindenburg. Leo Hindenburg.
Ah, I knew it was. I knew that's what it was. No, leave it on. Oh, no, leave him on. Leave him on. Leave him on.
Get mad this time.
What do you think, Todd's son?
I think it is. I think it's Todd's son. Todd, is that your son? I knew it was. Listen, you better get used to it, Todd, because your son's going to be probably watching Yoshi to Mario when he's older than 7. That's
I
awesome.
hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's good to have a 7-year-old on because I think that this kid probably has more brain cells than most of the people that are used to listening to this show. So,
actually 4.
Absolutely. Wow. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. Thank you, David. All right. Anybody else there, Di?
Yeah, we have Marie from Germany.
Marie from Germany. We're going all the way over from David, age 7, to Marie from Germany. How old are you, Marie? Are you older than 7?
Yes, I am. I'm actually 20 years old.
Wow. Well, you're on with Yoshi to Mario. Hugh, he's in England. You're in Germany. We're in Germany.
Hello.
Heidelberg.
Okay. Oh, wow. I've been there. I've actually stayed there. Good beer. Go ahead.
So, Hugh, just today you posted a video on Minecraft Story Mode. What are your thoughts about that?
One more time.
I love Minecraft Story Mode. I think it's awesome. I've been waiting for it for a while as well. You know, Minecraft is this game that is so open-ended, and to have an actual story to go along with it, it's really, really cool. It gives us a lot of kind of backstory on, no, not so much backstory, more just kind of seeing some of the characters that could have been in this game, possibly at the start. And it's just nice to have another form of Minecraft to play. I really, really enjoy it. Have you been playing it?
Oh, no, I haven't. I just learned about it today, actually. But I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, no, we lost him.
We lost Hugh?
We lost Yoshi. Yes, hopefully he will call back.
Yeah, I hope he calls back. That was great. Well, anyway, before you go, Marie, do you follow his channel a lot?
I do. Yeah, I watch almost every video.
Yeah, tell me the ones what you like about what he does.
For example, in survival series, Survival of the Yoshi, he just implemented some kind of story elements, and it's just really fun. It's something very different than other YouTubers do, since single-player survival is like a very, I say, complicated thing to make videos about, because there's so much stuff to do, and sometimes you don't have really a direction where your videos would go in. And yeah, and I think he handles that very well.
And so is it sort of an instructional thing that he does, or he explains to you how to play it better? Is that the deal?
Oh no, it's like he actually brought a kind of story into it, even though it's not supposed to have a story. I actually don't know how he did it, because the only way you would implement story is that you would implement it yourself. So if you would be really surprised on what's happening there, that would be pretty weird, since he would have implemented it himself. But it's very fun. It's like this huge quest to find this lost Minecraft forest, and it's been very fun to watch. War against OG skeletons.
Right.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, my call dropped. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm back. I've returned.
She was just. Did you hear what Marie was saying?
I missed the end of it. No, sorry. What happened?
She was saying about what she likes about your videos. She said that when you're a single player, the story you're creating. Go ahead, Marie. You know, that basically it?
I just told him how great I thought that the whole Search for Kcaa thing was that's happening.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been having so much fun with it. This is a series that
Actually, you might recognize my voice. I did make a video for you.
I think I might, actually.
What
yeah,
now?
that was me.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've loved Survival of the Yoshi. It's something I've had for quite a few years now, actually, and then it kind of transformed recently into this whole kind of storyline going along with it. And what's really cool about it is that all of these things that are happening when I go down to film, I don't actually set this all up. So all of the things that happen, I'm just as surprised as you guys are when they actually happen. So I think the best part for me is actually recording them. I love doing it. It's really, really fun.
I actually was wondering about that. So who does it?
I can't give away my secret. I can't give it away.
Oh, you got somebody working with you that makes these things happen, and they don't tell you, even though you're putting it together?
Yeah, so the premise of it is that there's someone who literally just comes in, makes a few changes to the world, maybe gives me a few hints on what to do within the game, but every time I start a new recording, I never know actually what's going to happen. I've got a very kind of basic structure of how I want it to set up, and then whatever else happens in the episode just kind of happens.
Do you remember getting Marie's video?
I do. Yeah. I remember seeing it. It was so cool. It was amazing. It was crazy, actually, because it was a form of fan art in the form of a video. I've never had anything like that. I loved it.
What was in it?
Well, it was basically about Kcaa, who is a character in the story who has gone missing, and it was framed all around that. And it was kind of like a part of the backstory that kind of filled things in that I actually hadn't done in the video myself. So to see that side of things from this series that I'm creating from someone else, that was amazing. It brought a lot of warmth to my heart. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it that much. Actually, I have planned another video coming your way when you actually find her.
Oh, wow, I can't wait. Okay, well, we need to find her quickly then.
Thanks, Marie.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, thanks for calling. Wow, that's amazing. Anybody else died? The phone number is 888-909-1050. Because we just have a couple minutes left. I just want to find out what the hot new things are.
Sure. Yeah, nothing right now.
Okay, okay, so tell us real quickly before we go, what are the hot new trends in Minecraft and gaming, in your opinion, and what you're doing videos on?
Well, I mean, a lot of what is trending in Minecraft actually reflects from what's trending in the real world at the time, especially to do with, movies and TV shows and kind of things like that. because Minecraft is this such open-ended game, you know, anything is possible within it. You know, we can recreate things that are really popular, like, for example, let's say a new Harry Potter movie came out, which isn't going to happen because it's ended. You know, we could do some things with Harry Potter in that, and that would be really, really cool to do. And it's cool to expand this thing that you see in real life to then go in-game and actually create your own kind of element around that. Aside from Minecraft, though, other games that are trending at the moment, I mean, Fallout 4 is coming out, which is a huge game. Cannot wait for that. Super Mario Maker as well. I want to play some videos on that. That's a Nintendo game for the Wii U, where you get the classic Mario games, but instead of that, you can actually create your own levels and play other people's. And that's really a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of people create very, very tough, kind of rage-inducing levels, as you know, people would because it's on the internet. But yeah, a lot of yelling and punching comes out of sessions with that sometimes. It all depends on who you're playing with, you know.
Hey, the reason you're called Yoshi to Mario, is it because like the whole Mario series was your start when you were a kid? Is that the reason?
Yeah, actually, if you go back and look on the first video I ever put on my channel, I didn't start off doing Minecraft things. I did something called Let's Plays, which are when you literally just get a game, like a new game or just a favorite game that you want to play, and you record it and you play through it and you commentate with it. And the first game I ever did was a game on the Nintendo GameCube back in the day called Super Mario Sunshine. And that's how I got my start. And I just thought, yeah, I like Nintendo. It's great. Let's create it around that.
And the rest is history.
Exactly. Who knew it would come to this?
Right. Hey, man, we got to have you back on. This is Hugh from Yoshi to Mario on YouTube. It's been a real pleasure to have you on. And how can people check you out?
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Yoshi to Mario, Twitter at Yoshi to Mario, and Facebook, surprisingly as well, at Yoshi to Mario. I know it's all the same, but yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. And thank you for having me on too. This was really fun.
Yeah, you betcha. All the best, dude.
Thank you very much, man. To you too.
Okay, when we come back, it's going to be a little bit of controversy involving homeless people, and then later on, Michael Brown.
This may come as a surprise, but Beatles-orama is in its 15th year of keeping the Beatles alive for a new generation. If you spent any time in the 60s, or if you're smart enough to know it was the coolest era for music, you're going to love us. Just go to BeatlesOrama.com and the player should start right up. We're also available on TuneIn, iTunes, Windows Media, and more. Once you tune in, you'll be hooked. Plus, you can join our Facebook fan club and follow us on Twitter. Be sure to bookmark it. BeatlesOrama.com. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net.
You know, the old man said, "Stand by." Long before those crowded streets, here stood the Dreaming Tree. Wise words from singer Dave Matthews. He has a crush for you, a red blend wine called Dreaming Tree, and it is from Dave Matthews. You know, Dave is very passionate about his wine. I think you'll agree. Once you try the Dreaming Tree Crush, you'll think, Peter, you're right. The Dreaming Tree Crush is a great value, and you've heard me time and time again singing the praises of blends. Dreaming Tree is in a class by itself. It's available at a local market near you.
All right, we are back here, the YouTube radio show. It's more than just YouTube, but the whole point is we're the official radio show of YouTube. That's what we're trying to become. So every day there will be a different YouTube guest. And Brett from Sacramento said, "Hey, man, you know, I know you're bashing me, but I still love what you're doing." No, I saw that you texted me that. I'm not bashing you. What I wanted to emphasize is that just because we have gamers on, like, YouTube is humongous, and pretty much everything and every topic is on YouTube. So if that isn't interesting to you or you're not into gaming, always an ambulance going by in New York or a fire truck. That's in the background. If that's not of interest to you, there's so much more on YouTube. And we actually need somebody to help us book guests because it's real tricky to do that. But if you have somebody you'd like us to put on that's on YouTube that has, we'd like to have somebody with a good following. That's the thing. We'll put them on, regardless of what the subject matter is. I mean, there's people that are into makeup. Like you laugh about that. There are girls that do little videos on makeup that are just millions of people watch. It's ridiculous. But basically, it can be anything. It doesn't have to just appeal to kids. So give us your suggestions or tell us somebody you know, and we'll put them on. And that's the whole thing. So we'll have one guest a day. Now, I'd mentioned the homeless thing. I'm in New York right now, and New York is, if you haven't been here, is a small city. Well, I'm in Manhattan specifically. There's 5 boroughs, but it's small. There's millions of people living in a city maybe the size of downtown LA. It's not this vast area. And so you see homeless people everywhere, all day. And I ride the subway. And so over the weekend, you just get to accept this after a while. And I started to reflect on it. And I thought, you know what? I should talk about this on the air. Like on Saturday, I have this store where I get wine. I like Cabernet Sauvignons from California. And amazingly enough, the best deals I get on old Cabernets, which sometimes cost hundreds of dollars. I found this place in Brooklyn. A Polish guy, he somehow has all these California wines that are at least 10 years old, and he sells them for $20 a bottle. And I can't even believe it. And so I go there, and I'm riding a subway, and I was riding this thing called the G train, and there's just all kinds of crazy stuff that happens. This guy on Saturday afternoon has a seizure. He's sitting right across from me. All of a sudden, there's blood coming out of this guy's mouth, and then he's sweating, and there were people sitting on either side of him. And a lot went through my head on this. The guy literally has a seizure. At the next stop, these are all small stops going to Brooklyn. The woman comes out of the subway particular car we were in, checks him out, and people are helping this guy. And even though he's drooling and blood's going all over them, and I felt he would come out of his seizure, but I guess he had some nodes attached to his body, like he had just gotten out of the hospital or something like that. And so a couple of people are holding him, they're helping him, and then the subway races. It doesn't stop for 3 stops, and it ends up at Court Square. If you know New York, you'll know where that is. And so there are people waiting there to help the guy out. And I was thinking to myself, if I was sitting, I was literally across from him, but I was not in the same long seat. There are long seats in the subway. So I didn't have to do anything because people were already helping him. But I was just sat there watching it, and I was thinking, if I was next to the guy, one of the things that I'd be concerned about, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest with you, is, if he's drooling and blood and everything, can you catch something that could be a threat to your life if by him, having all these excretions through, that go all over your body and trying to help out somebody, even though obviously you want to help the guy. And I would hope, I'm pretty sure I would help. But I'm just saying that's something that went through my mind as I'm sitting watching this guy. I wasn't afraid of what was going on. I was more concerned about, this guy had blood coming out of his mouth. It was crazy. And then he was just, convulsing and everything. That didn't bother me. It was just the idea of if you were to help him like a good Samaritan, and there were a couple of people did, what kind of risk you'd be taking. So that's not the point of what I wanted to get to, but that happened Saturday. Then yesterday, I had some things I had to do here in New York. That's why we ran a rerun. On my way out, this is the homeless thing. It's just, it's all over the U.S. It's in the Inland Empire. It's everywhere. But in New York, you see it on the subway car. So I'm riding out to this place I'm going, and all of a sudden, this woman is passing out business cards. She puts one on my thigh, and she's putting it on everybody who's in the subway car. And it says, "I'm deaf. Can you give me some money?" And so my friend Lorenzo, who's going to be bringing his TV show on Monday here on the show, I was telling him about it. He goes, "Oh, yeah, she's been around for years. She does that all the time. So basically, I'm deaf. Please help me. Give me some money." That happened on my way out to this place. Then on my way back, this guy gets up and his eyes are drooping. He looks horrible. And he's got this like growth on his wrist. And he goes, please help me. Please help me. I'm in stage 2 cancer. And honestly, both of them, I believed it. And then Lorenzo goes, oh, yeah, I've seen him too. And so, so that happened. And it's interesting to hear from a New Yorker saying, yeah, this is a scam in his opinion. So I guess the whole point of this topic is scam or no scam. So I get back, last night, and I'm walking along the street on West Broadway, close to where I'm living, and there's a guy, a war veteran. He's wearing, like an Army or Green Beret outfit or something like that, supposedly a war veteran. And I usually don't give homeless people money because, quite honestly, I feel I'm not that far removed from them. And how many do you give money to, and how real is it? And so this guy I'm talking to, and I thought, I don't want to exploit these people, but I need to do this interview. So this is my interview with this homeless veteran, and it's a couple minutes long, and it's raw, it's real. At a couple points, he stood up, and I didn't know if he'd take a swing at me or whatever, but here it is, and I just want you guys to hear it, and maybe you'll have some feedback on this. Okay, so literally,
What am I going to get out of this?
Well, I think people should know your story. What? You're okay. I'm walking down the street of West Broadway in New York, and this gentleman he's trying to raise some money, and you apparently are I want people to know you're a veteran of Iraq, right?
What is this going to do for me?
It probably specifically for you is not going to do. Well,
then stop.
Unless you have some
very un-American.
But how? No, how do people get in touch with you?
That's getting in touch with me. You see this, sir?
Yes.
You see this, sir?
Yes.
Who is that?
That is you. That is you as a soldier in
Iraq.
Right.
Then why are you?
Now, how do you end up homeless? I just want to know what happened.
It's too much information, sir, for nothing. I mean, if I could, you're not even telling me I'll get a Snicker bar out of this. But that's all right. It satisfies, and I guess not. That's a very un-American thing to do to me. You're like exploiting me for this radio show.
I'm not exploiting you at all.
Stop, sir. Okay. I don't want to do this.
All right, okay.
Right. You have a wonderful evening.
All right.
I'm an Archie Bunker fan. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. I hate everybody equally. I'm from Massachusetts.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry.
You just don't know who you're talking to.
No, I respect you.
That's the police department. Took them 11 of them to arrest me. So stop.
Really, 11? Okay, all right. I'll leave.
Sir, you see who I am? I'm not a normal individual. I was a special individual.
You're still a special individual. Don't you
My
ever?
My little brother's in Afghanistan right now.
Don't you forget it. You're special.
I fought very valiantly for this place.
Okay.
I love this place.
All right, you take care. Okay.
I've been all over the world, and I don't want to be nowhere else but here.
Okay.
You better not ever move.
All right. See you, man. Basically, we had to cut out the ending. He said, F Europe. that was his last remark. So what do you make of that? Does that sound real, or does it sound like a scam? He actually at one point stood up. He was sitting in the sidewalk, and he stood up, and I thought the guy was going to take a swing at me. I ended up going to the supermarket. I came back, and I gave him $1 because I just felt, well, I've interviewed him, and it just raises a lot of questions, with these homeless people. I have another interview. There's a guy who is in front of a deli I go to all the time, and he's sitting there in front of this deli, which is for a lot of really rich people that go into it. By the way, I just get coffee there. I'm not buying tons of groceries. And this guy, I'll tell you what, I'll play his interview when we come back, and that'll just give you yet another homeless guy. And the topic here is it real or is it a scam? What do you do about it? And we'll do more with the YouTube radio show. And we also have attorney Michael Brown with Laws of the Absurd. So that's before we conclude this program.
Hey everybody, I'm Pat Matthews, Mr. Announcer here on The Poorman Show, and I'd like to let you know about my services. If you're in the need for voice work, whether it be for commercials, narrations, or even having your personal or business voicemail professionally done, I'm the guy. I promise quick turnaround and great rates. Check out my Facebook page at facebook.com/Pat Matthews Productions, and that's Matthews with 2 T's, or email me at patmatthews@cox.net. I'd love to work with you. Thanks for your time, and you have a great day. Are you starting a business, incorporating, or forming an LLC? Do you have a business but need legal review of contracts or have other legal needs? If so, then please contact attorney Michael Brown. Michael has over 20 years' experience advising small and medium businesses to be successful and avoid costly litigation. Initial consultations are always free. Please contact us at 949-636-8128 or by visiting us at mwb-law.net.
You know, the old man said, stand by. Long before those crowded streets, here stood the Dreaming Tree. Wise words from singer Dave Matthews. He has a crush for you, a red blend wine called Dreaming Tree, and it is from Dave Matthews. You know, Dave is very passionate about his wine. I think you'll agree. Once you try the Dreaming Tree Crush, you'll think, Peter, you're right. The Dreaming Tree Crush is a great value, and you've heard me time and time again singing the praises of blends. Dreaming Tree is in a class by itself. It's available at a local market near you.
Dreaming Tree, Peter Dills. He is the wine connoisseur. He's got a lot of wine sponsors, and why not? Okay, so Di, you heard that interview with the homeless guy before the break, and you had a question of that, and then you have your own little homeless experience, and then I want to play the second piece of sound, and then we'll get to Michael Brown.
Yes. And I think he might be calling right now. My question, though, was...
Why don't you answer that first? I'll tell you what, let's play the second piece of sound, and we'll come back with that, okay?
All right.
So this is another homeless guy I see every day, and this is what he says all day long. So here it is, about 2 minutes worth.
Can you help me out? 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 Can you help me out, sir?
What do you want, money or food?
Money.
What about food?
If it's good.
If it's good?
Yeah.
What do you mean if it's good?
I mean, if it's fresh. If it's fresh food.
Oh no, I would not from a trash can, but I mean, could it be from anywhere?
Yeah.
How come? I've seen you out here a lot. How come you're out here? What?
It's the best I can do.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody will hire you or anything?
Dude.
Huh?
Dude. Where? Doing what?
I don't know. Oh, there you go.
Where? Doing what?
I don't know. What are you good at? What do you do?
I mean, I can cook.
You can cook?
Yeah, I can cook. I can do a lot of things. Where I'm getting done?
Huh?
I can do a lot of things. I ain't got no support system. I'm in the world by myself.
Where do you sleep? Just right around here?
Yeah, Union Square.
Okay.
I ain't got no support system. If I had some help, I could do something.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't got no support system. I ain't got nobody to help me.
Well, so if you got a job, you would do it then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bless you. Bless you.
Well, hang in there, my man.
Can you help me out?
I'm glad you got something to eat. I inhaled that.
My comment was real lame. Well, hang in there, man. That was really a lame comment. I mean, but to me, that guy sounded real. Anyway, we got Michael Brown on here. I really want Di's story, but since attorney Michael Brown is on there, and Matt Boyce has called in to ask Michael a question also, Attorney Michael Brown, your website is back. Tell everybody where they can go to find out about getting a great business lawyer. Because if you're getting screwed over in business with your job, with somebody you're doing business with, this is the man you should contact. I ask him tons of questions about things all the time. So what's your website, Michael?
It's www.mwb-law.net, and we just launched it about 2 days ago. So if anybody has thoughts or comments on it, catch any typos or anything, I would love to hear.
And explain to people, you don't do criminal law and litigation.
Yeah, within the business world, I'd be considered a transactional attorney. I help people decide what type of business structure is right for them, whether it's an LLC, a corporation, an S corp, a partnership. I help them get their company up and running, doing all the organizational documents, governance, policies and procedures, employee handbooks, things of that nature. I also handle all sorts of contracts. I develop templates for them. I review contracts from anything from the coffee maker to, your largest client for, $10 million from China, things of that nature. Let's see, what else? Really, anything related to a transaction or a business. I mean, I've helped several people that I've met through you, Poorman, with regards to their contracts with radio stations, videos. I've helped people with issues with their landlords, you name it. If you want to sue somebody, I can get someone who does that for you, but my job is really to help you avoid that costly litigation. That's where I come in, is I'm the ounce of prevention as opposed to the pound of cure that a litigator is.
Okay, hey, Matt Boyce is on the line, and he wants to ask you a question. This is Attorney Michael Brown. And,
hello, Matt.
Hey, Michael. Nice to talk with you. I was browsing, through Facebook this week, and I saw, since this was Laws of the Absurd, I kind of wanted to ask you if you'd heard of this. In Texas, is it illegal for a woman to own more than 6 vibrators? Have you heard anything like that?
Wait a minute, before you answer, let's run your Laws of the Absurd jingle.
Okay.
And now it's time for Laws of the Absurd, the craziest laws in the USA. Here's attorney Michael Brown and the Poorman.
Pressure's on, Michael. Can you own more
Okay,
than
here's
6?
the question. The question is it illegal in Texas for a woman to own more than 6 vibrators? Well, if you've been listening to this segment, you know that, about 2 months ago, we did a spot on sex toys in Texas. And in Texas, it is illegal to promote the sale of sex toys for use as a sex toy. And there was a lady who was arrested for basically throwing a sex toy party. And when asked how these toys work, she actually gave people instructions, and there were undercover police officers, and they actually arrested her. So with respect to the ownership of 6 vibrators, I would say that's more than likely very true, because of the fact that if you can technically only use them for novelty, that they have probably put a cap on how many they think is novel, and anything above that is probably for some nefarious, deviant use.
What about the fact I own? What about the fact I own 7 vibrators?
Well, the law only mentioned a woman, so.
Yeah, you got something to tell us, Poorman?
So unless there's something you need to tell us, Poorman, or should we call you Caitlin?
I don't know if Caitlin goes that way either, though.
Not yet, from what I understand.
I heard Caitlin still has all the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
And still likes women.
The back door, who knows?
Yeah. What? That's your research, Matt.
That's my
So
mission for
tell
tomorrow's
your
show.
girlfriend or wife that she's got to get rid of 2 of them.
Right. Hey, by the way, I
I'm
want
out
to
of
thank.
California. Thankfully, we don't have anything like that.
Yeah, by the way, I want to thank Matt for this new microphone I have. I have a blue Snowball. It's called a Blue Mic, and Matt gave it to me for my birthday, which is really cool. And he also has a podcast at verbalhamradio.com that he does like once a week. And so people check out his podcasts and
thank you.
show him some love. So
Right on, thank you.
Is that about it, Matt?
Yeah, I just saw that on Facebook. I mean, it was some anti-gun thing, like in Texas, you can own, as many guns as you want, but a woman can't have 6 sex toys.
Wow, Mike, that's your research for next week, okay?
Absolutely. I will confirm that for you, and so tune in next week so you can hear
Definitely.
the exact answer.
Right, and
Appreciate
make
that,
sure
yeah.
make sure you charge Matt like $400 an hour, okay?
Why should I have to reduce my rate
I'll
for
be
him?
sure to direct you to mine.
All right, hey, thanks, Matt. Now, Michael.
Yeah, take care.
Okay, what's your website again? Your brand new website?
It's www.mwb-law.net.
Okay, do we have time for maybe 1 or 2 laws of the absurd? Do you have anything? Give us your best one. Throw it out here.
Okay, here's one. It sort of goes with the new YouTube theme. I call it Happy Birthday to Who? How many times have we gone out to a restaurant to celebrate someone's birthday, and at the end of the meal, the waitress brings out the dessert for the birthday boy or girl with a candle, and the staff or the table or even the whole restaurant sings Happy Birthday to you? Well, technically, that is a copyright infringement of the owner of the song of Happy Birthday to You. And it can expose you to a claim for damages. Now, copyright infringements happen almost every day. Some of them are intentional, some are unintentional. But the owners of the Happy Birthday to You song should be taken very seriously, since ASCAP, which is the organization that monitors and licenses and collects royalties on behalf of artists, sent a demand letter to the Girl Scouts of America to cease singing their song, Happy Birthday, at camp.
Really?
And a local branch of the Girl Scouts in San Francisco asked them and said, well, how much would it cost to get a license fee? And they were informed it would cost approximately $6,000.
That is, I didn't even know Happy Birthday was owned by anybody.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But Michael, I just have to say this real quick. I think that law was overturned just a couple weeks ago in federal court.
No, it wasn't overturned. It was clarified, but not overturned. Copyrights are still valid.
What
there
year,
are certain things.
What year did they write
things
it?
Now are in the public domain that weren't. But no, Happy Birthday is still a copyrighted material. Now, the thing is the ASCAP did basically retract its demand to the Girl Scouts of America not to sing Happy Birthday at its camp, and didn't charge them a license.
We got 10 seconds left. Michael Brown, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. And we'll talk to you tomorrow for more of the YouTube radio show with me, the Poor Man. Have a great evening. Bye.
Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man.
1050 AM, KCAA Loma Linda, and 106.5 FM, Yucaipa.
Inequality is not a condition, it's a creation. It's produced by thousands of decisions deliberately made by bosses, bankers, and big shots to siphon money and power from the many to the few. We see Wall Street and Washington doing this to us, but the widening and deep